I remember that. Anyone who's never seen JFK, you should watch it. It's a tremendous film, great cast, got our boy Kevin Spacey in there. And I remember at the end of it, there's something.
PKA's boys, Kevin Spacey.
It's got your boy. Part of the gang, so to speak. Yeah. We go way back.
Yeah. Kyle is president of the Kevin Spacey Stan Club.
I like when our boys are like Kevin Spacey, and I don't know who's the fucking guy who didn't kill himself. Epstein.
Oh, Epstein.
Oh, he is not our boy. I don't know.
He was just a fun-loving playboy who liked to have a good time.
Yeah.
Is what I've heard. I mean, if that wasn't it, then surely all that information with Ghislaine's list, they would have looked into it, right?
Yeah, that's what the guard at the penitentiary told me. I don't know what else is going on.
That's what the guy who wasn't in prison there, the former cop with his pit bulls and his 22-inch arms, that's what he told you before the cameras went out.
With his magical camera racing capabilities.
Oh, man. Do we want to talk about this? Talk about old Kevin?
I'd love to talk about old Kev.
Oh, Kevin. Of course we do.
Looks like Kevin's innocent. Looks like Kevin has been accused of many spurless, harmful accusations being thrown at his character. Disparaging. Lies.
Before I posted that kitchen video, they thought they had me caught. They thought they had me cornered. Little did they know, even in the production of that video, I had a young child pleasuring me orally beneath the counter. As I was chopping peppers, you had no idea I was throat fucking an 8-year-old Samoan boy who I had flown on Bill Clinton's private airplane. Well, what do you mean? Get out of here! No, don't lock me up.
No,
yes, I am a rapist, but I am a quality politician. Like what's he like? That was the most tone deaf, stupid video. Like I will not change my mind on that. Like he dug, he dug himself a little bit of a grave with that.
No, how dare you? That is the greatest actor of our generation. All right, that was not tone deaf.
It was. I'm not saying it wasn't hilarious.
How dare you, Taylor?
It was hilarious. They think they can keep the strongest president in the history of this country from raping boys whenever he sees fit. Now, here in Louisiana, we call that a tight hole punch, and I enjoy it thoroughly. Especially when I'm cooking in my kitchen and my wife is fucking one of my Secret Service agents who I will then fuck after she's finished.
I did it for 8 years. Nobody said a thing.
Do you really think I wouldn't threaten you with rape? You know me better than anyone, and you know that the first chance I get, I'll spread those little cheeks and insert this presidential penis deep as it can go. It sounded a little rubbery this time. That's because I have a cup.
Did you prepare this speech? Are you just doing this off the top of your head? Because
I'm just making shit up.
you're good at improv. You should look more into that.
Apparently, Kevin Spacey claims that his alleged sex assault victim lied about his age and encouraged a mutual flirtation, according to the Nantucket District Court filing obtained by Daily News.
Do you think I don't have boys lined around the block to suck my cock? That I would have to manipulate a child into molesting them. It's unacceptable. I won't stand for it. I rape when I want to rape.
Look,
I gave the little boy his play school scooter and showed him the door, and yet he showed back up saying, "I don't know where I am, sir. I'll call my parents." Now, this is my first day on the hill, so I knew with subtext and what this meant. He wanted me deep in his little mouth. As deep as my tendrils go in the State Department and the FBI. That was. But I do think he did it.
I don't think he did. I think he's just a horn dog, and he look. I don't know if anyone's ever been fishing, but they have these weird rules where like, oh, if your bass is shorter than 9 inches, you got to throw it back, and sometimes what people accidentally do is they'll go ahead and chop the head off their fish, right? And they're getting them instead of just keeping them whole in their cooler. Well, if you get pulled over via boat by like the Fish and Wildlife people, they have no way of telling how long that fish was, and you get pulled up on charges now and you could lose your fishing license. I know someone this happened to, and it was a serious incident just because he cut the head off this fish he caught. I think that's what happened to Kevin here. He was out there fishing.
He's out there fishing, and he thought he had the right age, but then he chopped the kid's head off.
Well, I don't. maybe it's not a perfect analogy, but
yes, the boy does not have pubic hair, but the lack of a head does not denote that he is as young as you're claiming.
He'd be much taller if I hadn't cut off his head.
Yes, he may still be wearing Oshkosh Bigosh shoes, and I happen to wear their adult men collection. So, and not just because I get to spend a lot of time in the store and in the changing room
suffer
area.
from epilepsy, and the LED lights flashing on his shoes sent me into a fit, and I lost all control of my bodily functions. What
Except for
happened
one.
next, I couldn't say.
Except for one, yeah.
But when I awoke and came out of my stupor,
Covered in funk and the smell of ass.
there was feces everywhere.
What was that thing that Charlie and Max say about their dad in that Sunny episode where the judge is reading like, and I'll rape you and my son in the butt, in the stink, until the whole room stinks of your guts.
The room stinks like ass or something like that.
That's one of the funniest scenes in that show. And then they just play the recording. Yeah, and I'm going to say that you fucked Matt's butt, and my butt, and the whole room smelled like butt. Oh, man.
Just them conspiring to throw this guy under the bus, and it's all
Yeah.
recorded, and he's just like, playing it on Matter of Fact. That's a great show.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Nah, look, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't care what the fuck Kevin Spacey did. He could do whatever. At a certain point, you're talented enough, and you're contributing enough to like society that I think you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want. All right, and I literally mean that. I think that Kevin Spacey wants to. Yeah, absolutely. You're not quite there yet, Woody, but keep it up. I think that Kevin Spacey should be able to, grab some 17-year-old boys' asses, with reckless abandon, and no one should really be able to say anything. I feel like Daniel Day-Lewis, for example, a higher echelon of skill, he could kill 3 prostitutes a year. 3. That's his limit. That's his bag limit.
So it's like the
when you're hunting
purge
deer.
for. It's like the purge for fucking.
Not
actors
exactly.
and
It's
celebrities.
more like deer season, right? And
Okay.
it's you kill a buck, you punch your license. Now that's $1. You can kill 2 more this year. Daniel Day-Lewis. 1 horse strangled, punch. Becky got it good.
Kyle, is there an exchange ratio to whores to regular women?
Absolutely.
Like,
Whores
maybe
aren't
4
worth as much.
prostitutes a year or 1 regular woman?
I don't make a distinction.
Oh, okay.
And also,
I
Woody,
didn't-
they
I didn't
prefer
say
sex
prostitute,
workers.
She was a whore.
Yeah, big difference.
Prostitutes aren't people.
I don't agree with that
He can kill as many
assessment
prostitutes as he
necessarily.
wants. 50, 60.
I
Are
don't
they
agree with
above
that
us?
necessarily, but like I agree that, or I think that we should separate art from the artist.
Netflix
Oh,
made
yeah.
House of Cards. They're capable of.
No, they
making-
didn't actually. So they bought it. Someone else made it, from what I understand.
Oh, really?
They don't even have that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Huh, I
They
didn't
just
know that.
pretended that it was a Netflix. Well,
Did they fund it? Like what is making it? Do they have to have in-house staff to make it for them to have made it? I don't.
I think it was a product out there that was being pitched, and anyone could have bought it. And Netflix was like, "We want that."
Yeah.
And they bid the most.
how much say did they have in the direction of the show?
I don't
wonder.
see any. Although
Right.
at this point, I'm sure they had some say in getting rid of poor old Kevin Spacey, whose reputation has been smeared by these spurious accusations of man boy love. Man, I watched Baby Driver the other day. He could fuck my son. Just keep acting, bro. Come on, like he's just so good. He's so good.
I mean,
Oh,
you don't have a son, but I mean that's
I'll make one for him to have.
a TV
Like,
show
see,
that's already on the down.
if it meant that Kevin Spacey kept acting, I would have a son and give him to Kevin Spacey. Keep him locked away somewhere. Name him whatever you want. You can have him.
Now's the time where they think they have me. They think they have me cornered, but they don't see a tiger in the corner. They've never like, and it's just like his fucking thing. I wish he would do that.
Told you he was
where like
good.
he'd come out in real life and make a clip like that. Everyone would hate it. But his career's already over. He molested a boy
Oh, he'll be
years
back.
ago. You think so?
They'll
The
all
only
be
one of
back.
these like hard guys, like not hard, like the only people who got lumped into that who will be back, I think, is Louis C.K.
For sure.
Louis C.K.
Because Louis C.K. didn't actually do anything bad. If you actually read what happened, he just ends up, he's just a kind of a pathetic creep who's like, hey, do you mind if I masturbate in front of you? And then they're like, sure. And he starts doing it. And that's it. It's just, if anything, mock him for being kind of a perverted weirdo.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you know, that's what gets your
it's a
rocks off.
shame that all of those people that got lumped into one category of evil, that I just felt that just wasn't cool.
The only one who
They
got
like-
away
they
with
like
it,
put-
like not got away with, that's the wrong term, but the only one who came out looking good was what the hell is his name? The funny Indian guy from Parks and Rec.
Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, that's not what I was going to say, but that is the guy
Aziz
I was going
Al-Qaeda.
for.
But like his is another one that like didn't end up being like at all like Weinstein or Spacey.
hmm
But like they would still like in articles be like Weinstein, Spacey, Ansari, and Louis C.K. You know, caught up in an huge controversy, and it's like, well, hold on. One of those guys molested a kid, and Weinstein, in all likelihood, allegedly, has done some pretty fucked up shit on that same level. And then Louis C.K. beat off in front of someone, and Aziz Ansari and his date weren't meshing and having some mixed signals. You know,
Yeah.
She blew him, right?
Like
One
that's
of these is not like the other.
totally different. Like
She
not e-
blew Aziz Ansari, right? She
Yeah.
but-
Yeah,
and then she regretted it.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's like rape.
Well, usually, like you know how if like you're in the middle of getting a blowjob, you assume it's going well.
That was the thing. She got mad because he didn't pick up on her nonverbal cues. And I'm like, I don't know. I'd have been confused too. If she's
Yeah.
blowing me, I would think like there's a nonverbal clue that things were good.
Yeah.
Yes. It wasn't me. It was Randy. It's fucking
I
ridiculous.
wish it came out with
stand-up.
like, well, the blowjob was very bad. I maybe I should have taken that as a sign that she just really there was a lot of teeth. If I'm being honest, and
See, but like think of it like this: what if everybody
Cattrall.
in New Orleans, like they talk with that weird ass accent, and,
No,
like, part
Fucking
French?
Creole.
What if
Creole,
they were,
yeah.
they're speaking
Gross.
Creole and they're like, we're
Gross.
tired of this entirely on Creole system. We want to do our own. And
I'd say
this is
let
the
'em go.
voice I'm
Make me more
using for them,
Sampopo.
even if it doesn't make sense. I'm kind of just doing Kevin Spacey from.
that's right.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're very Kevin Spacey.
This is very Kevin Spacey is. Without the little boy's penis near my face. But
Just off camera.
I forgot.
Great
he
American
literally
actor. I don't
touched-
care what he
What
did.
happened to him? Wait, what happened?
He's
to Kevin
coming back.
Spacey?
did you hear that bitch that accused Kevin Spacey of something died? Got killed? One of
Good.
Kevin Spacey's accusers of sexual misconduct got killed.
Shot herself
hear
in the
that.
back of the head.
Shot himself in the back
It's
of the head.
sad. I made
4
that up. Don't
times,
buy
no
that.
less. It's a tragic story, and we're all troubled by it.
There's actually, so recently Kevin Spacey was like in Finland or something, and he did a poetry reading with the poet that was there, and like everybody, he was there. He did it for like 50 people, and everybody that was watching it was like, "What the fuck? Why is Kevin Spacey out reading poetry?"
Hickory dickory dog.
It was-
I'll grab your little cock.
that was the most recent time he was out in
boy's
public.
cock.
Did you guys?
I just I feel like I heard about it and then nothing happened. Did he get convicted of any of this, or is
No,
it
that-
kind of
that-
like one of
no,
those
he's
Michael
innocent.
Jackson versions?
No, he's innocent. They dropped
still
the
pursuing.
charges.
They're
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 still
still pursuing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're still pursuing.
all those little boys lied on him, just like they did poor Michael, little Michael. You know, and the Catholics. It just children are bullies. We all know this.
especially
Children are bullies.
especially
The only thing Kevin
molested
Spacey
children.
is guilty of is being excellent in The Usual Suspects.
The only way to make a child bully harder than normal is to molest him, and that's what we have here. These children going after these strong, powerful, influential men like Kevin Spacey, one of our greatest American actors. You know, second only to. Well, I think he's our
Morgan
greatest American
Freeman.
actor. Morgan
is the
Freeman doesn't
problem.
count.
Our-
He didn't
our-
start acting until he's 55.
Are
Nah.
He's a
strong
joke.
and
I don't like Morgan
powerful
Freeman. I'm not
people.
impressed. He has one character. Old man with freckles. I'm tired of it.
Kyle, your racism is showing.
I want to make sure that I want to say Kyle was sarcastic when Kyle just said all of those things about children. I just want to make sure.
The thing you should know about this show.
You don't
is
have
that
to
every-
lie. Listen, Bruce,
believe
the good
everything
thing
you
about
say.
coming on PKA, you don't have to clarify for all of them. They've already dug all of their graves so many times. It's like fucking holes out here. Like they could just like pick one to
it
lay
is.
in. You're good to
We
go.
got a
We're just-
mean-spirited guy who only eats sunflower seeds walking around critiquing us. Yeah.
We just ended up on this train and we were trying to get off as fast as possible as soon as the time limit's up. And there's so many holes.
Yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near those graves at all.
Kyle was on the hilarious point of view where it's like, even if he did rape, the movies are
I don't
pretty
care.
tight.
I don't
We
care if you
refer to
rape
as
him.
ex-convict Kyle. You know,
Sure,
It has
you
a
could.
better ring.
I'll be
Felon
Lyle.
Kyle.
I'll be Lyle.
Felon Kyle.
Lyle doesn't care what Kevin Spacey did to those boys' buttholes. Okay, it doesn't matter to Lyle. All right, he just doesn't.
No.
If he raped them to death, I would be okay with it. All right, he's just
That's
that
certainly
good.
a stance to take.
Go watch The Usual Suspects
This
and
is
then
Lyle.
go look at that boy who's been victimized and tell me which you'd like to see more of. I don't ever want to see that boy again. I'd love to see The Usual Suspects 2.
Are there any boys on The Usual Suspects?
No, there's Kevin Spacey. He's
I don't
Kaiser
understand.
Soze.
I got lost.
If I'm
In
going to
any
get
case.
molested by a Hollywood actor, I want it to be someone as skilled as Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
And I would like him to do it as Kaiser Soze.
I
And
like
then
that.
after he
No,
molested
no,
me,
verbal
he
Kent.
could
I
use
want
his ability to convince me he didn't actually do
I'm
it.
the only one that
I
wants to get fucked by Frank Underwood around here.
Yes.
Nah, I don't want to get raped by
I don't.
Frank
I don't want that.
Underwood.
I don't want anywhere near Frank.
I think
Underwood.
Frank's more of a bottom. Let's be real.
I bet
and-
Frank's dick is just covered in sores.
I hope so.
Have you guys seen the YouTube video of him playing Frank Underwood after?
Loved it.
Yes.
Loved it.
Oh, we have a very popular bit making fun of that. Yeah.
He basically looks like the craziest man I've ever seen in the world in that video.
But you know
It's-
you
it's
want him
hilarious.
back. You know you want to
It's
do the
wild.
last
You
season of
won't
House of
admit
Cards
it.
again.
No,
You
I don't
want
want any.
it
No,
back.
I don't give two shits whether or not that show comes back. And I watched all of it. So-
No, even before he got kicked off, that show went to shit. But imagine having the fucking balls to molest people for decades and then make a YouTube video where
Yeah, I
you're
know.
like,
Oh, I
"You knew
remember
I would
that.
never stay away. I've always been here. You've always been here. And you're
But
going to
you
follow
know-
me until the day I die.
Do you believe everything you hear? No.
Do you believe
Smarter
everything
than
you hear
that.
from the media? Do you believe that even now, as I stand here, I have a 7-year-old sucking my cock behind the counter? Do you
And then the
believe
kid just goes,
you're a
"Mister."
fool? And then you
I'm
just hear
about
a,
to stuff that little boy just like this Thanksgiving turkey. I'm gonna rub him down.
Oh.
I'm gonna baste him. I'm gonna pull out those giblets. Yes, sir.
now I'm going to base that child, and it's okay because I was real good in a couple movies. And people are
Every
gonna
movie.
defend
He
me.
was great in American Beauty. I could go all of the movies.
Dude,
he's been
American
in.
Beauty, if anything, made that movie less creepy because now I realize he's into men.
It's
Yeah.
worth noting. It's worth noting that I know a few development executives over the years, and these Kevin Spacey stories were coming up 10 years ago. People were telling me, and I was like, "No way, that can't be true." Kevin Spacey's
Really?
he's probably just yeah, no, absolutely. And I heard
Goddamn.
I heard these stories in Hollywood, and it was one of those things where I was like, that can't be true. I heard the same about Bryan Singer from the same person.
Who's
And I
Bryan
was like,
Singer?
He was
John
the director.
Travolta. John
the
Travolta's
X-
a little grabby as well. It
Oh,
seems.
okay.
Oh, that's what I've heard. Yeah. But
Yeah.
Bryan Singer and Kevin Spacey,
I
I'd heard
wish.
stories about, and now they're confirmed, for
That's-
sure, confirmed true.
It's so crazy how many famous people are just a little, not even little, just rapey, you know? Like super rapey.
They got
But
to the
like-
point where they can do whatever they want. They can do whatever the
is
fuck
truly-
they want.
All people
believe-
are rapey. People in power can just get away with it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
We're
But I'm
all a
saying,
little rapey.
I'm
You-
not gonna
sure,
be jumping
yeah.
in now with that one.
Look at them
No,
denying their
yeah.
rapiness.
God, you don't know what you're
Rapists and
pointing the
liars,
guests to.
folks.
You're like, look at
Rapists
those
and
guys
liars.
denying their rapiness.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna.
I can't jump into. Listen, McDonald's is already mad enough
No,
with
Kyle,
me.
Kyle's point is cogent and accurate. Yeah, but like it happens at any high level of anything. Like Catholic priests molest kids. Like fucking high level
sure.
rabbis molest kids.
get the
Fucking high
best.
level
I'm saying
imams
it's like
molest kids.
literally
High level
clout.
the public school system. So many kids get molested. Like if you have a bunch of power,
Keep going. Keep going.
Power.
Where else?
want I'm just
Power
trying
and
I'm almost there,
I don't know.
Taylor. Give me a few more.
I named the religious groups. What, do Buddhists rape kids? Probably. I don't know.
Actually, you know what? Has there ever? I'm now interested.
Politicians?
Can we get a stat chart for like what religious like deity or not deity? What religious
YouTubers
like, head?
rape children.
Yeah, well, Minecrafters, but like the whole, it's just like I'm curious now. Like, are Buddhists who generally abstain from sexual intercourse, period, like, are they just as prone to
Which
rape? as
Minecrafters
Catholic-
rape children?
Well,
There-
how do you want to
I'll just Google
Yeah.
how often do Buddhists rape.
I'm
I don't know
sure
if that's
that
going
will
to work. I'm not sure that Minecraft. You hear about that Minecraft a couple of years ago that was having 14-year-olds send videos of their buttholes to them?
No. I heard about
Yes.
one, and it was like when
That was a
you
real
hear about the whole rapey thing, then you hear the details, and it's not so insane. I forget.
I can see myself doing that.
All right, let me lay it out there. The guy was 18. The girl was 13. Which is
Yeah, that
5
would
years.
be-
So that's
I-
two
I-
biggest.
Yeah, no.
No, it's
no.
Woody.
Wait,
The
let me-
guy was 9. The girl was
No.
fucking 4.
No,
in
no.
5 years.
Let me finish my
No,
thought.
no.
That's chill.
So 18 and 13, 5 years, too far spread, right? That we all know. They didn't have sex, but they did date for a while. So there was like some inappropriate conduct along the way. He got the police talked to him. He had to see a psychologist. They said this is not a pedophile situation, that these people are developmental peers, and he never did it again.
Was it because he was retarded?
So I'm just like, I don't like it, right? I wouldn't want that to happen to my, daughter at 13 or whatever, but it's also not like there are levels to this rapey game.
Yeah. There's levels to this shit.
Yeah. I don't know. What
I
do
mean,
you guys
if you're
think?
if you're a level 5 rapist, where would you put that?
Out of 100?
Out of
We use one. It's a 100 series.
Can we
rating
just all,
system.
we'll all
Whether or
just
not-
agree to go to 0? We'll just say.
So this guy might be 5 out of 100. Right? There was no sex.
Bruce just being like, let's stop talking
let's
about
just go to
it.
zero.
We're getting raped.
I just started my own thing, guys.
Bruce, when you molest a young man, tell me, how do you convince him to not go forward to the authorities?
I gave him ice cream, but the blowjob was so cold.
Woody, I know
If
what
they're
you're
under a
saying.
certain age, I'm able to train the throat.
I know what you're saying, but there are laws. So I feel like
Yes, the laws of man.
generally will cover, because there's the whole if you're 19 and she's 17, right? Then there's
that's fine.
That's fine.
Well, it's right. Well,
That's
it's
an
one of those things,
expired
though.
young
In
lady.
Japan, you're 3 years late.
And that's true, because what is it? Age of consent is way different all across
Actually,
the world.
13 in Tokyo.
13? Man, they should probably amend
Now, can a
that.
13-year-old consent to
I
any
would hope
age?
so.
Do you have to be 13 and 14, or can you be 13 and 46?
No, you can be 13
No,
and
it's-
70.
All right. Noted.
18 in
Don't quote me
Tokyo,
on that because I
13
just
in
had
other places.
somebody.
You're going to be
yelling at me in the
representing me in
chat.
court.
But
I
again,
will not be doing it.
again, that's I feel like case by case is probably the right way to do it. And like you said, 18 to 13, they're developmentally the same. Okay, all right, maybe that's whatever. I'm not saying it's okay. It's more of maybe it happened, and maybe we should
Bruce,
try
you're
to
saying
avoid
you're gonna
that.
have sex with a 13-year-old?
No,
Yeah,
that's
18
not
to
what I
13 can suck
That's
my
how I'm
butt.
getting. That's
No,
how I'm
thank
reading
you.
it.
That
Not
is
what I
a
said
bad
at all.
idea.
No.
18 to 13, that's way too long of a gap.
But
That's
case
not-
by case, maybe we case by case is probably helpful there.
I think we all agree that that's too long. You shouldn't have done that. I also think though on the scale that it's towards the low end.
I can't even think about going out on a date with somebody under the age of 21. Like the idea that you cannot go to the bar with me is inherently a problem. All right, what do we do?
That's
we
why
are
I
on the
don't
same
drink.
page here. Absolutely. Yeah. If I I don't want to, even when I was on that Tinder grind, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, or I guess 2.5 years ago now, at no point was I like,
Figure it out.
Yeah, let's get that 18-year-old girl.
I
And
can
then
I tell you
bring her to a bar.
The youngest
and-
girl I'll go for
Yeah.
varies state to state.
No, it's always
Jeez.
once you're an adult,
You have
20
kids.
at least in
See,
the
Bruce,
US,
no one will pay
21
attention to
should
things
be
you've
the
said. We got you covered.
Bruce, turn around and ask your girlfriend what's the youngest man she would have sex with. Right now, she's behind you. I can see her.
This is good content. I did see
yeah,
her.
hold on a second.
But say it like, what's the youngest thing you would allow her?
I typed to everybody. I see this as a personal attack.
Did she
Hey,
say?
Sorry, Autumn's different. She said no one under 28.
28?
Of
All
course,
right,
that's,
well,
that's
all
how
right.
women
Hey,
work.
Wait, have you guys ever seen that chart where it
Okay.
shows the individual's desired sexual preferences, age,
Mhm,
and
yeah.
shit? And for women, it's when they're 18, it's like 21. When they're 28, it's like 30. When they're 38, it's 41. When they're
Right.
55, it's 58. And it keeps going. And then for men, it's no matter what age it is, it's like 21. Just like straight up. And that's hilarious.
18.
I thought
18 to
Taylor was
21.
going to say.
Oh my God! Did you guys see Kevin Spacey's?
I
movie?
purposefully haven't watched it because I wanted to save it for us.
Wait,
roll it out.
what is
He
it?
made another. Remember it like a year
Oh,
ago
link
around
it.
Christmas when Kevin Spacey did that
Yeah.
video in character as Frank Underwood.
Where you want him back?
He did it again.
Well, we'll have to check
On
this
Christmas
He
out.
did it again
Yeah.
inexplicably, for no reason, seemingly. He just
And
did it
you
again.
know what else happened is like the second or third Kevin Spacey accuser in the last 6 months has killed themselves.
Hmm.
Did you hear that?
Holy shit! He Clintoned him.
Yeah, I was just going to say Kevin Clinton. Are you guys ready to? Is there music in it? Can you guys scan
I
it?
haven't watched it yet.
I'm-
Yeah, you've seen
hang on.
it, right, Kyle?
I bet there is.
There is some very, very low piano music.
We can try it. I guess I've got.
It's so low.
All right.
Well, it's like it's the kind of music that I would be surprised if it's copyright. It's like ching a ling a ching 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 ching.
Yeah.
It's like
Chopin isn't hard scoping the.
Probably somebody is. Let's play
Kevin
it.
Spacey. Kevin Spacey uploaded it, to his YouTube channel here.
Let's. I've got it loaded. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Ready, set,
Should be good.
play.
You didn't really think I was going to miss the opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas, did you?
I did.
Yeah.
Good year. And I'm grateful to have my health back. And in light of that, I've made some changes in my life, and I'd like to invite you to join me.
Yeah.
As we walk
I'm
into
in.
2020,
Mhm.
I want to cast my vote for more good in this world.
Oh.
Yes, I know what you're thinking. Can he be serious? I'm dead serious. It's not that hard, trust me. The next time someone does something you don't like, you can go on the attack, but you can also hold your fire and do the unexpected. You can kill them with kindness.
What the fuck? Huh. And that's the end.
Is he threatening accusers right now?
Multiple
Oh my
have died
God.
in the last 6 months. Yeah.
Was that a threat to any accusers who might come forward?
I didn't
That's
view it
so
through that
good.
lens.
I did.
Dude, you know what, Kyle? I was wrong. I'm back on Team Spacey.
Team Spacey forever.
Yeah.
Number one comment. I still can't get over that he's really just fully accepted this role as a full life movie villain.
A full life or a real life movie villain?
A real life movie
Okay.
villain. Yeah. I didn't read well.
That's great. Like, dude, the amount of confidence it takes to get called out on molesting underage people and then just be like, I'm actually going to stand my ground and just pretend to be a character for a show that was canceled 3 years ago. You know, like, what the fuck are you thinking, dude?
Three
Clearly
of
it's
his accusers
working.
have died this year, I think. Let's see.
Yeah, from
an
suicides.
Both committed suicide, and a third accuser, a woman, died in a car accident. All these people died in 2019. If you don't see a pattern here, you're brain dead.
That
I'm
is
not
pretty
getting it.
crazy.
Somebody goes, seriously,
I'm not getting
smells
it.
like Hillary spirit.
But where are the pieces fitting?
Fourth comment. Quit killing people, Kevin.
Fucking killing people. That's great. That's so good.
Here's another one. Right under that. Kevin, stop killing and sexually assaulting people.
You and your restrictions. This is America. We have freedom here.
Oh, one of them just killed himself yesterday, apparently. Ari Ben killed himself over Christmas, this says.
The day after he posted that video. Kill him with kindness.
This guy goes, good video, but I disagree with you murdering your accusers.
He didn't murder him. He died of kindness.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, he's stoking that fire terribly.
I kill him with kindness. Now, kindness is what I call my trusty blade. Yeah, that's so funny that he's just rolling with the punches of, hey, you molested people and now they're dying. And he's like, but have you considered a silly quasi-Louisiana voice telling you it's fine and to just kind of slap at a fire with the poker intermittently? Yeah,
does that sound like
to me too?
Does that sound like a Georgia accent to you, Kyle?
It's supposed to be South Carolina, and no, it doesn't.
Wait,
I thought
it
was
is?
like from Louisiana.
Oh, I'm sure you're right. I just remember the big
Gaffney
peach thing on one of the episodes.
There was a peach there in Gaffney. Yes.
Okay. Am I wrong? Isn't that peach in Georgia?
There is a peach in Georgia.
Okay. All right. The one in Georgia, is that the one they used to represent it being in Gaffney?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Let me see if there's actually a Gaffney peach.
Because I think that I drive by that peach sometimes, and
I'm a fucking idiot.
Nope,
I thought he was
in
supposed to be
Gaffney.
from Louisiana this whole
The
time.
peachoid. It is 135 feet tall. It's in Gaffney, South Carolina, and it resembles a peach. The water tower holds 1 million U.S. gallons of water, and it's located off the Peachoid Road.
Can
by
you link
Interstate
it?
85.
There's a whole thing as to whether or not the drain or fill spout is an anus or a clit or something.
Yes.
What?
I think that
that was the premise. That was the whole point of one of the episodes. They found it distracting. And crashed the car and died.
All right.
It looks like a clitoris on an upside down vagina.
Yeah.
Or like a tiny poop coming out the bottom of a butt. Far too low, mind you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go clit because that's about where it belongs.
Well,
but
that's
upside down.
actually, if the woman's upside down, yes.
Yeah. I have
I
done
wish you
this.
hadn't corrected yourself. No. That's where it is, Kyle. Right next to the butthole.
Right below the butthole.
At the top of the ass crack, really. Trust me, the ladies love it. There are men that I wish we could find one of those people who like has lived a full life. You know, they're 40 years old or whatever, but there's something they don't know that they should know, like what a la mode means.
I was gonna go with chicken appropriation.
Kyle, I've got an article here about your favorite guy, and I didn't realize it was this intense. You sent me this one? Okay. Well, then, basically, remember when we all laughed at that video from Kevin Spacey when he made the thing right after he gets accused of rape and, misdeeds by a lot of people? He's like, pretending to be Mr. Underwood there on the TV, and what we're gonna do, folks, is kill him with kindness, as he's like cutting things up. Apparently, since that video aired like a year ago, 3 of his accusers have died. One of them died the day after that video went live, where he said we gotta kill him with kindness. And so, what the fuck is going on here? This seems like
it's
too much of a coincidence.
Is QAnon correct on this pedophile Hollywood and idiocy with the...
Well, we do know that, like, I don't think you have to talk about QAnon shit to know there's a bunch of pedos in Hollywood. Definitely. Like, that's known. That's why, like, when a rapist comes out, all these other people are like, who have been in the industry for 30 years are like, everyone knew. And it's like, oh, okay. And now you're gonna hit the hashtag, and you've known for 25 years. Very cool. But
what pedos,
like,
aside
this is
from
weird.
Kevin Spacey, have been in Hollywood?
I mean, so many of the producers you hear about, the Weinstein shit, and Weinstein wasn't the only one.
Was he
like
a
lots
pedo,
of them.
though? Weinstein was in my head. I just thought they were all adults.
By pedo, I shouldn't say pedo. I mean like sexual misconduct, rape, molest, coercion into sex, things like that. There's a ton of that goes on.
Those in Hollywood are called fringe benefits.
That's the way they literally see it. That's the way Harvey Weinstein or whoever, whatever his name
As
was.
a casting
like,
director, I make $250,000 and 33 fucks a year.
Yeah, you gotta. Oh, you want to be fucking in this movie? Suck my dick. I know I'm fat and horrific, but you got to come up to my hotel room and do it. But Kevin Spacey doesn't even bother with that. Just, eliminating the problem at the source. Apparently, Kevin Spacey is with 3 years or 1 year, 3 people who accused him died. That's so bizarre. Fucking weird.
I'm reading it right now. He laid on top of a 14-year-old in a penthouse. That's pretty pedophilic. I'm not sure what your definition is.
Normal.
It's true. That's true. That's pedophilic.
Kyle, do you know you muted?
I don't know that. I don't. A 14-year-old who showed up for an adult fucking party and is like drinking at his home. And then like after everybody leaves, he stays behind and goes to Kevin Spacey's bedroom. And Kevin Spacey, quote unquote, lays on top of him. Just trying to keep a young man warm, all right? It was a chilly night.
Act.
NYC winters.
I mean, look. I don't care what he did to that 14-year-old quote unquote young man. Okay. I want my favorite actor back. I want the guy from Seven back. I want the guy from The Usual Suspects back.
Oh, he's so good in The Usual Suspects.
I want fucking American Beauty back. I want that guy back. All right. And like now they've got him. You saw the movie. I sent you that thing. The movie he's doing next. It's awful that he's doing some sort of independent Italian film that's about an actor framed for pedophilia. That's his next project.
Is it really?
Man,
I'm not making that up.
Methinks doth thou protest too much, Kevin Spacey.
Look, if you had been framed for pedophilia, you would also be protesting.
Remember the scene in Seven where he makes a dude fuck a hooker to death with a razor dildo?
Yeah.
Yes.
He constructs himself.
I wonder if that was the fate of any of his accusers.
God, I hope not.
Oof. That was a horrible scene in that movie.
I like
guys
him.
Like he's like all spitting and Morgan Freeman or whoever it was. Maybe it's Brad Pitt who's in that room at the time asking him what he had to do, and he's like, I had to he's stuttering. And it's like, you're ruined forever. You're mentally just ruined. Like there's no coming back. No, do not pass go, my friend. Go straight to one of those asylums Reagan shut down. Just start living there. But yeah, so you don't think there's anything untoward here? You think it's Kyle? You think this is Kevin Spacey, brilliant actor being framed?
No, I think he did that shit. But I also think there's a difference. For me, I think there's a difference between the sexes. I know that's a shocker, but I think there's a big difference between Kevin Spacey flirting or like getting a little handsy with a 14-year-old girl versus a 14-year-old man. I don't know.
A 14-year-old man. 14-year-old kid.
I mean,
they're both
a
kids.
gay 14-year-old kid who's at Kevin Spacey's apartment late at night drinking beers.
He can't drive himself home.
He's the oldest kid at middle school. You act like he's
there?
I don't know.
Where were his parents?
Probably his dad. His dad probably wanted that he wanted some of that Usual Suspects money.
Michael Jackson.
So he gave his kid away. Yeah, like the alleged Michael Jackson scenario. That could be it. Because this kid was absolutely not there of his own volition. He wasn't like, oh, I can't wait. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to get molested by a guy who's a movie star in movies that I'm too young to even familiar. Like
Taylor has just robbed this individual of all of his agency. The fuck, Taylor?
I'm gonna, crucify me, but I think what he did was wrong. I don't think he should have laid hands sexually on that 14-year-old boy. I don't
think he did lay hands sexually on him. I think he just
it says he laid on top of him on a bed when they're both drinking.
I've laid on top of Woody in a bed. There was nothing sexual about it.
Yeah, but you didn't rape him.
Neither did Kevin Spacey.
Well, that's actually true. Yeah. Well, I don't know because could have nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows.
I thought
like he admitted to like getting handsy in there with this kid on the bed. You think he would admit to any more? No.
I mean, he wasn't accused of any more, right?
I don't know. I didn't read the whole article.
I just read the headline.
I opened it up and my mind was made. Well, my mind was very easily made up because I know what side Kyle's going to take. So you just pick the
I
other
just
one.
don't care what Kevin Spacey did to anybody. I want Kevin Spacey back. I don't care if he raped those boys with that gadget from Seven. Okay? I don't care if he fucked them to death. I want Kevin Spacey back.
You think
it is? It's a murder. It's a murder, and I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care because he's a fantastic actor. I'm so bummed out about House of Cards. I get that it wasn't as good.
It was going
second
down
season.
anyway.
Dude. Season 1, let's see, season 1 is a 9 out of 10. Season 2 is a 7 out of 10. Season 3 is like a 6.5 out of 10. Still a strong fucking show.
What season is it when he's fucking his bodyguard or his Secret
That's
Service
like season.
guy?
That's
1
led
and
into
2,
in like
maybe.
season 1, right?
That came so out of left field.
I loved it. It came so out of left field, and it's just like, whoa. All right,
Dude,
there's a whole thing going on here.
I was so impressed with Frank Underwood that I wanted to get his rower, the water one. And he wasn't even in shape. I don't know why I chose him as a fitness I'm not looking for model and like a mentor, right?
Yeah.
But he's just there pulling on that fucking water-based rower, and I was like, oh, that's what I need.
That was a good show for the first couple seasons.
When
and then I think the last season they switched the whole thing, right? Did they ever end up making the last season where they just
made
had
it and it's
Claire?
awful. They made it and it is like that's what I was getting at. Like
the
the
main
whole
character.
numbers out of 10 thing. The last season is a 1 out of 10. Like it's abysmal. The last season they kill Frank off screen. They're just like, oh yeah, Frank died. And it's like, whoa. Last season ended with a cliffhanger where Frank had made his wife the president of the United States. Like she was like his VP. That was what happened. It was really cool. He runs for president and makes his wife the VP. And then the plan is like, hey, they finally caught up to me with all my misdeeds, but I can just resign, and my wife becomes president, and she just what's it called when you
he was going to be a
them?
marionette kind.
Right to pardon.
Pardon, yeah.
Well, she pardons him. She pardons him. And then and like what was going to happen was that was going to be up in the air. Will Claire pardon Frank? Like what does she want from him in return? Is she going to let Frank hang? That's what the season should have been about. But instead it's like, yeah, Frank died. He's dead now. And Doug, the balding guy who was Frank's number one, he's got all this evidence against Claire, and he's like out in the desert in a van, and he's going crazy. And Claire's pregnant, and she's a pregnant president, and that's the main.
50?
Yeah, at 50, yeah, sure.
Seems
and
unlikely.
It does seem unlikely. She's dried up for sure. Still very handsome woman.
Man, audiences hated this season. 20%.
I'm with them.
Kevin Spacey did. Did Cuba Gooding Jr. also?
Yeah, I think they got Cuba. I think he got MeToo'd.
By who?
Or him also'd, however you want to put it.
Him also.
What did Kevin Spacey get? What happened? I read that he got in trouble today.
That's good.
Does anyone know?
I think that maybe some of the older charges are just like coming back around. Legal stuff is so confusing. It seems like they get to take 2 or 3 whacks at people sometimes on one thing.
Yeah. Seems like everyone who accused Kevin Spacey is dying.
Well,
have you seen that?
You know what that tells me? That tells me that lying is bad for your health.
That is a way to look at it. Or it could be that Kaiser Sose is taking people out to keep his identity under wraps.
The alleged incidents took place in London between March 2005 and August 2006, with one in Western England in 2013. Why they just say between 5 and 13? Okay. So all the victims were in their 30s and 40s.
Yep, stuff we don't care about. Plus, we don't do it. It's people. He literally flirted with a guy my age, and that's what the charges are about.
Dude, if Cuba Gooding Jr. sexually
but
harassed you, Kyle, I would be on your side.
Sexual assault is not the same as flirting.
Kevin Spacey couldn't sexually assault a grown man if he wanted to.
But he did, and that shows what commitment can get you.
There's no way that man can sexually assault anybody. Like I just, what did he do? He penetrated them forcibly? No way. There's no way Kevin Spacey can penetrate me.
He's not a good enough wrestler.
He's
Do you
not.
not remember?
He's
I
not.
don't believe he would penetrate you for. Do you remember that psychopathic video he released, like right after one of his accusers died, and he pretended to be Frank Underwood, and he's like, "You need to be careful not to be throwing words around that are scurrilous and dangerous to those who otherwise might, I would say, take action against you." Now, I'm just a simple man. I'm not entirely sure what kind of threats might like that kind of thing is what he did, and everyone was
what if
like,
he had his
"Oh, wow."
henchman from the show? Remember the guy with the bald head?
The guy
what
he
if
had
that
sex
guy?
with.
What if that actor had been there with him, like cracking his knuckles? Like
No, but
threatening
the actor only starts cracking his knuckles. He stands up from below the counter, and then he starts
not the
wipes
one
his
who's-
mouth and then cracks his knuckles.
See, that was the Secret Service agent that he was banging. I'm talking about his right hand man.
Talking about
Doug.
Dougie.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love Doug. Doug was a cool ass character. I very cool character. That was
Yeah, he
entertaining
was
as
good.
fuck. He needed
He was
his
like
own
that
show.
Heroin addict, alcoholic. He was something.
He had that problem with women, and I think that he was trying to stay away from alcohol because like he was like one drink was gonna send him into like crazy mode off the rails. Kanye West or Kevin Spacey.
I had Kevin Spacey written down because it ties into everything.
New? Okay.
Is there Kevin Spacey news?
Oh, there's Kevin
There is.
Spacey news.
Oh, should I get my pants off or?
We,
You should.
as Kevin, we're big Kevin Spacey fans here. I mean, he's holding one of Kevin Spacey's bangers right there in his hand. The man is one of the greatest artists of our generation, and it has been found again, not guilty.
This
All
time the
charges-
victim
Did the
still
witnesses all
alive.
die?
We have a
This
living
victim
witness
is
who has been
alive.
found out to be a liar.
Breaks tradition.
It does
Kevin
break tradition.
Spacey's knocking him dead left and right. All right. No one has found him guilty of shit. They took his shows away. They made him out to be this pedophile, this villain. They made him come out as gay. They made him make that crazy ass video where he was still in.
What an amazing video that was!
Well, hello. I'm sure you wonder why am I still doing my Frank Underwood accent?
Now I can't possibly be a molester. I'm gay. It's like,
as gay, as your commander in chief, I want to wait. Is this for he was?
And why do you sound like Foghorn Leghorn now? Like
Well,
I see. I'm coming
say,
out
boy.
as they call this tactical gay. I'm tactically gay right now because it is expeditious.
All right, but
I say, boy.
I see.
there's the article, right?
All three of you boys better be careful on the road. I say, those cars
the-
going quick.
The jury concluded that Kevin Spacey didn't molest fellow actor Anthony Rapp, concluding a trial that was an outgrowth of the hashtag MeToo movement. Rapp had claimed that he was psychologically damaged after Spacey had made sexual advances on him all the way back in 1986. 37 years ago?
Incalculable.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. The year of our Lord.
You were born.
Now,
How many
Kyle.
years ago was that?
Kyle.
I don't know how old I am. Not like one of those. Like you don't care at a certain point. It's not like I'm 9 this year. It's like I don't know. We were 36 or 37. I'm not really sure.
Dude, I will tell you what. My birthday was yesterday, and my brother was like, "What are you doing for your birthday?" I'm like, "Who gives a fuck?"
Isn't killing it? Isn't that what you mean?
That is,
a murderer? Yeah.
Go be a murderer out there, Josh. Go commit premeditated murder on the stage.
Dude,
so I have
there
to,
was
real
a
quick,
murderer.
I have to jump in. My bestest friend Kyle. Today I get a gift from Amazon. It comes in a little pouch and everything, and I'm like, "What in the world is this? I didn't order anything." It's a gift from my friend Kyle. LA Confidential. If you remember, Kyle's been telling me all about this wonderful film, and I've been saying I can't find it on Amazon. I can't find it to buy on any streaming services. And so Kyle, being the buddy that he is, sends me the disc. Already, I told my wife about it, and she's like, "We have to send him something." And I'm like we will. We'll find something good for him.
Well,
But
the dog just ate my razor. Those are only like $80. You can send me one of those.
I'll send you a new razor.
Steven,
That's bite.
Steven.
But yeah,
Steven for that
cool
$12
guy,
DVD.
Kyle's a cool guy of the week for sending me LA Confidential. Thank you again, man. I appreciate it. I'm excited to watch this.
It's a really fucking good movie. It's annoying that it's not on any streaming services. I wonder what the reason is.
I don't know, but it's got fucking Kevin Spacey, Russell Crowe, Guy Pearce, Kim Basinger, Danny DeVito, and that other guy, James
Walter Cromwell.
Cromwell.
I hate it when the movies aren't available to stream or even like buy to stream. Like look, if it's not currently on Netflix or HBO Max, like I get it. Not every movie is going to be. But if I can't even pay $2.99 and rent it, like, what are you doing? Why are you sitting on this property not making money with it?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a dispute of some kind. But I know that Harvey Weinstein probably has some stuff like fucked up right now with his nonsense because he owns so much, maybe. I don't know what the deal with this one is. It's a tremendous movie. It's and it's got a great cast, so I think you'll like it. I haven't seen it in a long time myself because it's not anywhere to. I should have gotten 2 copies. I guess now I can't watch it. I remember the way that I tell about these Me Too stories, like right away. The UFO thing, we got lots of reports, but from all sorts of silly sources. When 60 women say you drugged and them, there's a few in there that are telling the truth, right? You can't find 60 women to say Cosby drugged and them. You couldn't do it. It's a conspiracy.
And now he's
wilder
out.
than
We got to
alien
do
being real.
it. We got to do it fairly, Kyle. It could be the Chinese, but something's going on there.
Yeah,
that's what we conclude, right?
We don't know.
That's a lot of eyewitness reports.
We know it's not
Kevin
aliens.
Spacey, on the other hand, found innocent again this week. Once again, acquitted of all charges. Every time he goes to court, they acquit him.
Everybody
time
to
one of his
testify against him
accusers-
died.
Every time someone testifies,
Mysteriously.
well, look, when liars testify, God strikes them down. Okay,
They didn't get to testify.
Psalms 37.
They died.
When liars might
God
testify,
knows what's in
God
their
strikes
heart.
them
Yea,
down.
saith the Lord, if you speak lies against Kevin Spacey, may you be stricken down.
It's in the
That's
Bible.
Psalms.
Taylor. I wish you'd studied
That's
more carefully. as a child.
Song of Solomon.
That's the Lord's curse.
No, dude, the most absurd, like, everyone remembers that video he made right after everyone was like, he's doing fucked up shit with young men, young boys. And he comes out and makes a 5-minute video with like a makeup person and a set. And he's like, everyone going around saying awful things about me, saying I'm to children. Now, this ain't entirely true. And it's like, and then he just kept going, slamming his knuckles on the desk. Do you know how sure of your situation you have to be to like behave that way? Like to no, what attorney on earth would be like, Mr. Spacey, we're gonna go and we're gonna need you to make a 7-minute video today. and
Ask Frank Underwood, who is a murderer himself.
I want you to be
In that
vaguely
character-
threatening to the people accusing you on YouTube today.
He threw
That
in
was
like a
surreal.
veiled threat at one point, like you
Yes.
know, like those who lie never prosper or something like that. They never go. Those lies can go farther than those people ever will. So he like said something, and it was like, oh wait, didn't one of these kids already go missing on you, Kevin? Like one of his accusers straight up like killed themselves, and maybe 2. All I know is I miss that man's acting. I don't care what he did to who. I really don't. I really don't. If it was all true. And he fell on top of a 16-year-old boy at some point after a party. I don't fucking care. I don't care if he ate the kid like Jeffrey
Personally,
Dahmer. I miss the
missed
movies.
how far Subway commercials have fallen.
Look, let me tell you about those
Hello.
macadamia cookies they
Hello,
got. all right?
I'm Frank Underwood here representing your favorite sandwich
Right.
shop, Subway.
Well, no, they got like who did I see on a Subway commercial the other day? Like, it's not Peyton Manning. They got somebody else doing a Subway commercial.
Harvey Weinstein?
And I'm like
Both
going,
the Manning brothers.
yeah, and I'm like going, boo! How much money?
You'll
do you
eat this
guys make?
sandwich if you know what's
Weinstein
good
here.
for you.
Harvey Weinstein here for Subway sandwich.
Who is that? Is his name Jimmy Savile? Who
Oh
was,
yeah,
he
the
was,
UK
like,
radio
basically-
guy.
He was
UK
like the
radio guy.
Almost a Mr. Rogers-y kind of guy, I guess, in the UK. And
yes.
I think it was after he died. He had already died, and they discovered he was like a rampant,
Well, yeah.
like breaking
Right.
records.
You're right.
And-
It would be like finding out that Mr. Rogers every child that went on his show. Like he was
I can't. There's
Jimmy-
no evidence you could show me that would make me believe that he was a sweet man.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm with you, Taylor.
Yeah, I loved Mr. Rogers as a kid.
Oh wait, I must have misheard you. I thought you said there's no evidence that could make you think he was a sweet man. That's what I heard. No, you said the opposite.
there's no.
Okay,
I think he's a very sweet man.
I'm creeped out by the whole thing. I don't understand it. I don't
You
understand
never
why he's
liked
working with
Mr.
children.
Rogers?
Taylor, haven't
Oh.
you told us a million times that people who seek out jobs that work with children are
It's pretty much what the church
are likely to seek out jobs where they get unfettered
Yes.
access to kids. It's
Like
not
Mr.
that if you want to
Rogers.
be a teacher or a priest or Mr.
like
Rogers.
Mr. Rogers? Mr. Rogers was like, I love kids. Wait, I said that backwards. I love kids, and he became Mr. Rogers.
I
Well,
think
I
that's
mean,
totally
so-
wrong.
but-
I think he
but-
had a cool train and a whole city of puppets.
but Taylor, Kyle, and Filthy will probably have no idea. Woody and I, but like Captain Kangaroo.
Yes,
that is.
He raped.
You don't know who Captain Kangaroo is, you uneducated
know.
filth.
I know who Captain
I know
Kangaroo
of
is,
him.
but it's only because I know like
He's a
movies and
knockoff
TV.
Mr. Rogers, and he was an ugly man.
He was a also.
He was a very ugly
Children
man.
didn't think that, Woody.
I did. No, as a child, I
They
was
thought
like,
it was hot.
Can we get a picture of Captain Kangaroo?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
please
bring
don't-
me Captain Kangaroo, then kick me down the road so before we start figuring out more creepy bastards from Indiana.
All right.
Larry
Come on,
Bird.
Zach.
That's not
Say
much of a
something.
mustache. that
No,
guy
Larry
had, huh?
Bird. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Captain
While
Kangaroo.
he's looking for that, Travis, where can
Oh, here we
everybody
go.
find? Oh,
There he is.
There's the man himself.
Oh
He
yeah,
looks just like that guy who was getting the
never-
succulent Chinese
never
meal in
touched children.
Australia.
Never.
Filthy Roof. Yeah,
It's a
look
deep
at
cut.
him. He's like, don't mind this rabbit I got on my hand here. I don't know. I don't
Why
know
does
who's
his
in
look
the middle.
taxidermied?
I don't know. Woody, who's the other two right there? Who's the? I don't know who
recall.
those. I don't either. And then we got the random penguin in the background just chilling on a shelf.
That
Man.
farmer looks like the kid from Deliverance with the banjo grew up.
This is this doesn't
Like
look
the-
like a very
the-
good show.
It wasn't
a pretty fucking shitty show, honestly.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers blows the fucking seat off of this idiot.
Well, and then Woody and I would have grown up with the banana splits, and all that shit was filmed in Ohio at Kings Island, so that's creepy shit too. So, and they sang some weird-ish Jackson 5 songs, and it was just like, holy crap! What
I don't
is
remember the banana splits. I did
Banana
remember Donna
Splits?
and Marie.
Yeah, Donnie and Marie. Donna and Marie would have been two chicks. Donnie and Marie.
Touche.
The Osmonds?
Yeah.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, the
That
Osmonds.
would-
They're
yeah, the Osmonds.
two attractive people, brother and sister, singing to each other, seemingly in love.
Yeah, it's like It's like the group Air Supply. They never sang to each other; they sang with each other, and we're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Your music references go way over my head.
Did you see that we witnessed the return of Frank Underwood this week?
But I've always believed that nothing should be off the table in life or in art. I think we could both agree that we need to get some adults back in the room. So if that means taking on the chief executive role, well, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for this great nation.
Adults in the room. I love it. I could see it as a bumper sticker. Is that your campaign slogan?
Well, that's not a bad idea.
I did see that, and it was beyond psychotic. What I saw was a man on the brink of insanity, breaking the fourth wall in a way that I think is frankly unprofessional.
Not a professional. Just
They brought him back into the
scary.
show.
No, it was like
worse.
him and Tucker Carlson. I couldn't even watch the whole thing because
Yeah.
Tucker's like doing his shtick, and then he just turns and it's Kevin Spacey, fresh off the seventh convenient death of an accuser.
Third.
Okay.
He's
that we know
30 and
of.
0 in sex assault cases. I'm not even joking. 30 up, 30 down,
He's
baby.
fucking
They're
putting up
accusing
Lemieux
you, Rich.
numbers.
You've got to accuse
Incredible.
someone that's a millionaire, not a billionaire. That's just silly.
Yeah,
He,
he was acting like he was going to run
Someone
for
that has
president.
money, but not,
He is
but
in
not kill
character.
people with money.
Yeah.
So this is
But
so
I,
Kevin
I,
Spacey-
I think he might have killed people with money.
Nah. So Kevin Spacey is in fucking character as Frank Underwood, which is a little pathetic at this point. At first it was funny, but it's been like half a decade or something now, It's removed. Like the
6 years
people
ago.
who like most of the people watching it are like, what why is Kevin Spacey doing a southern accent? Like they don't even fucking know. And I think Tucker Carlson at one point goes, What are you doing right now? Are you you're kind of are you the character or the man, Kevin Spacey, who may or may not have, whatever? And he's, well, the lines have always been blurred for me. I feel that art is better. And he goes on to this fucking diatribe.
He
about
just
being an
put a
artist or
number,
some shit.
Tucker.
Yes means no means yes. Who knows? It's so
Yeah.
blurred.
In the world of politics, you learn to read between the lines.
I think he took some credit for the success of Netflix, which it's probably in some way due. I think he brought a lot of eyes. That show was huge.
Yeah, but I mean, who wants to be associated with Netflix now? They fucking suck.
They do.
Well,
They didn't at the time. I feel like he brought in the Netflix original content success.
Yeah.
Prior to that, big successes were there on Netflix.
I don't know.
Probably sinking.
To me, it was one of the first shows, and maybe I'm wrong, but I remember it as one of the first shows where you had an A-list actor and Kevin Spacey doing a TV show, and they really were clearly taking it very seriously. Like Robin Wright Penn's in there too, obviously, but it's just really well made, really well written. He's such an interesting character. You know, I guess you could call him an anti-hero. He's really just a villain. He's not an anti-hero. He's just a villain. The protagonist is a villain. He's an awful person. There's two kinds of pain. Get out of here, dude. You're scary. And I love this.
I think the best one was in when he's like when there's that kid in his office and he walks out and he just like looks directly at the camera and just says, "I detest children," and then just walks off. Like, yeah, I feel that. So do I, man.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
I read the court documents. Honestly, I did read the court documents on one of the cases, and what it amounted to was a guy went to meet Kevin Spacey, and him and his girlfriend are entrapping Kevin. He's like, I can't. He grabbed my dick again. Ha 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 ha. And they're basically entrapping Kevin with this whole thing, and they're and getting a story.
He's holding his luscious hog out there.
Yeah, absolutely. What I took from the whole thing was that Kevin Spacey is a habitual crotch grabber. He will absolutely grab your crotch without, any asking for permission or anything at all. He's going to grab that dick.
He would make a good president.
And I think you really have to rebuff him.
I know how to whip the votes.
When you're a celebrity, they let you get away with it.
Yeah,
I mean they do let you get away with it when you're a celebrity. It just as long as you're like a good, fun celebrity and you play it right.
Hey, I raped her. So what? Yeah, let's party.
Don't say you can't say that.
Well, if he would have said, I bet he could have. He could have said that and then banged his hand on the fucking countertop. Yeah,
season 2 he could have, but these days it's like I don't think so.
Damn, he was probably upset when it came out, and it was like, fuck, we're a season and a half past our best content. They don't need me that much anymore. Ratings are going down.
Yeah.
That whole thing still upsets me. Like lost media bothers me. I bet.
I mean, you're Kevin Spacey truther. You think that not only is he not guilty of anything, that he's just an all-around great guy.
I don't think that he's guilty of anything that amounts to anything with anybody underage. There's also text message of that supposedly underage boy that Kevin was on top of. When he described Kevin Spacey's apartment as being like he went to a separate bedroom, he said, and then to get away from the group of the party, and Kevin followed him into that bedroom, and that's where everything took place. But they showed like the apartment, and it's an open floor plan. The bed's right there. Like there's no bedroom to go into, and you can see the text messages of him and whoever the fuck. No, don't say that. Don't be too specific about when, because then he might be able to come up with an excuse or like a date that he was at. It's like, what do you mean? You don't know when it was? Like, you're clearly framing this guy for something that didn't happen. But he is a dick grabber.
Yeah, seems like he likes grabbing dicks.
Yeah,
aren't we all after?
And if
Travolta,
if a grabbed a dick
with that.
Got us, Kaiser Sose, who really won?
I would let Kevin Spacey grab your dick if it meant we got another season.
I would let Kevin Spacey fuck Taylor for a good season.
I want 2 seasons for anal. Okay, like that's Taylor's contract, and we won't budge.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let him grab my dick just to say he did. I'll be like, hey,
he'd look at,
he's only into Taylor.
He only wants to fuck. He'd look at my ass and be like, there are some thickets even I will not tread into.
Why is there a dent?
Politics. Kevin Spacey is gay. Check Snap. I'm gonna get the pic. Oh, this is
him joking around with his girlfriend about him flirting with Kevin Spacey at the bar to get more like, I don't know, pictures together for like Instagram or whatever, and like more stories and just just having fun rubbing elbows with a celebrity and flirting with him, even though he doesn't. I don't know if he fucked him. They said they were deleted messages, so maybe
I'd feel a little flattered if Kevin Spacey flirted with me.
Me too.
Yeah, I would.
I think we're all out of his age range.
There's nothing higher than a
really
compliment from a gay man.
Yeah, a compliment from a gay man.
That's the top of the line. That compliment from a gay man, and then the bottom is a
gay
compliment
woman
from your mum.
Oh,
and then there's everything.
Grandma.
Yeah,
why
grandma.
The time. I feel like
because they know bodies.
It's if you get complimented by a gay man, it's the ultimate.
Yeah, it's like him openly telling you, if you played for the other team, I think you're hot.
Why wouldn't a compliment from a woman be the?
They don't exist.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're very rare.
Yeah,
but
I'm still riding on one from when I was
they're always based on lies.
What's the compliment you're writing?
Guys are the people that give out the compliment.
That's a nice
Getting
shirt.
one from a gay man.
I'm still there.